Okay, guys, this is Zhao. I am posting on the eve of Wednesday's class because I want to help you guys out with the assignment. Remember, for your homework, you want to complete what we were talking about up to, you want to complete that point in the histogram where you have the bin ranges, okay? And in order to do that, you really do need to understand this relative versus absolute cell reference, okay? So here's a little video to help you understand it. And if you use a Mac, okay, you really need to see this if you use a Mac because I'm going to show you how to do switching from relative to absolute using the keyboard shortcut. I found what that keyboard shortcut is on the Mac. It's not F4, it's something else, okay? So here's a spreadsheet, okay, that I have going here. So what I want to do in this spreadsheet is we want to convert dog years to man years, okay? So you guys probably know dogs age faster than people, right? So here are a bunch of different dog years. But how old are these dogs really? I mean, what is it in man years? Okay, and you know the formula to convert dog years to man years is you multiply by 7, okay? So because dogs age at 7 times the rate of humans. So what I have here is I have that number here as I don't want to have to plug that into the formula each time. That conversion between dog years and man years, that's just equal to 7. I have it here as a cell. Okay? So how do I convert? Well, I say equals. I select this one. Okay? So I take the number of dog years. I just click it. Okay? I can also use the keyboard using the arrow keys, but let's just say I click it. Okay? And then so I have that, and then I want to multiply by the converter, okay? And so a dog that's 2 is basically 14 years old. They're in their adolescence, okay? Now, but here's this thing about relative and absolute cell references, right? So suppose I drag this down, okay? Now what I would expect here is this next one is just going to be 3 times 7, right? But it's not. They're all zeros. Now why is that? Well, if I look at this formula, if I double click in there, you see what's going on. Because this 7 here was set as a relative cell reference, it's shifted down to the next one. Okay, same thing over here. It's shifted down. We want this blue one to shift. Okay, we want to change the number of dog years that we're multiplying as we go down, but we want this conversion factor to remain constant. Now, how do you change that? Well, we need to give it an absolute cell reference. Okay, so instead of these brackets saying, move 1 row up and 3 columns over, that's what this says. Okay, we don't want that. We just want to specify this one. So I want to so there's 2 ways you can do it. You can just type it in. So I want to say that's equal to row 2, column 5. Okay, that's one way to do it. Or if you don't want to do it that way, you can click it. Okay, it'll give you the absolute. But if you press Command T once, it'll switch it to the absolute cell reference. Now, if you keep pressing Command T, it'll switch the different parts of it being absolute, and then it'll eventually get back to the original. But if you start, just click there, and then press Command T once, Command plus T on your keyboard, you switch to the absolute cell reference, okay? And then if you take that number and drag it down, okay, you'll see that now we're doing it correctly, and a dog that's 9 years old is actually getting to be pretty old, okay? So that's how you do the absolute and relative cell references, all right? And I'll see you guys next class.